Yeah, here we are. Dean. Here we are. The big time show. Back in the house. What is going on today? Hello, Mr. Jeff Lingston that has entered in on Podbean. I see you, sir. Thank you so much for just popping in. I've seen some other people pop in and they pop right out, but it's all right. It's all good. Some folks be here and yes, they've been. Hello to those that are on Facebook. Hello to those that are on YouTube, perhaps. Hello also to those who are on. I don't see anything here. Let me see. Can y'all hear me? Yes, you can. You can hear me. What about Podbean? Can Podbean hear me? Okay, so I'm going to have to do something real quick. If you can hear me on Facebook, if something happens here, just hang with me. I'm coming right back. Got to have my audience here. I don't see myself. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it there. All right, is anybody in the house? Yes. What about you? Talk to me, somebody. E-Kush, are you still here? Just let me know if you still can hear me. I see you here, I believe. Can you hear me, however? I'll do it one more time. I see you say sounds good before. I just need to know, can you hear me again? Let me know real quick before I start on my rant. Anybody? All right, got you, E-Kush. Thank you, sir. All right, welcome everybody to the Big Time Show. That is being heard, of course, here on Facebook, live on Twitch right now, and live on Twitter, and as well as YouTube. Appreciate you joining in. Ask for those that will share the podcast for me if you can. Put it into your groups. Send it to some folks that like Cowboy talk. Dallas Cowboy talk and all that. You know who the folks are in the chat box. Why don't you just type your name in? If it turns blue, that means that you tagging them in. So just trying to get the content here because I ain't being braggadocious, y'all, but you know. Some folk need to kind of listen to me because everything I done said so far done came true. The only thing that didn't happen was that I said that we would win against Tampa. I guess that's really the only one that counts, right? I said we would win. So far, that's the only thing that I believe that I've been dead wrong on so far. And I'm here to talk about it again on today. I am going to open up the phone lines today. To be honest with you, I do not even want to really do a whole lot of talking. I'd rather hear what y'all got to say because maybe you guys can share the light or shine the light on some of these issues and that maybe I'm not seeing. And you know me, I value your opinion. That's really all it is. You know, it's my podcast. You know, it's really opinionated. A lot of it is. You know, we have facts that can't be disputed. However, but most podcasters or any place, it's really an opinion. So there's no such thing as right or wrong. I think that's where common sense comes into play. Common sense kind of has a way of saying what's right and what's wrong. So here we are. Appreciate you guys hanging with me. I was on here last night. Those that didn't know that, it's there for you. I believe it's on my pages. We started talking about what I'll call the Cowboy report. I started it last night, talking about the loss to Tampa Bay. I pretty much covered everything. But I said that I would come on today and let you guys have a talk. I really don't do this often at all, but I'm going to do it today. So this is what I need you to do. If you are here because you guys gonna make the show. I mean, I got a couple things that I can press on still on the game, but I really like to hear from you guys today. Let you dictate the show. Let you kind of direct the course of conversation on today, and let's have some fun. So this is what's going to happen. If you are on Podbean, simply click that call-in line if you can. If you want, you can click that call-in line. And as soon as I'm going in between both platforms, Podbean and then Restream, I promise you I will see it. And once I see it, we'll bring you in. I don't come in on this thing talking ignorant, with no foolishness, because your phone call will last quicker than I just said quicker. So I appreciate you guys. Some of you saying, well, how do I call in? I'm about to get it. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter or Twitch, here is the Podbean is easy. All they have to do is just press that call in. But if you want to call in, there it is. There it is. There's the call line. There it is right there for you. You want to come in on the show, it's fine. If you just want to stay in the chat box, that is fine. All you got to do is call in. I will get the call and make sure I get it. I got it looking at it right now. I'll turn it up. We're just talking today, y'all. Shannon, hey, man, I don't know who you are, but God bless you, man. I hate the fact that we had D-Law covering Gronk man-to-man instead of rushing the passer. Shannon, what's up, man? Thank you for popping in on this. I will agree with you 100% because D-Law is not known for being a drop-back DN. His best attribute is to go rush the passer, and then secondly is his ability to play the run game. That is D-Law's game. Dropping back ain't never been in his scouting. I don't know exactly how many times Shannon that happened, and maybe you do. Hey, Michael Evans, what's going on? Maybe you know, but I don't know if I know I saw Neil on him a whole lot. I did see that. I don't know how many times D-Law really did that. But anytime, if he did it just one time, to me that's too many. So I'm not even going to come against what you just said on that. He has no business, especially on passing down. Gronk scored on that. Well, actually, on that play, Shannon, they got him on that play. If that's the play you're talking about, I know what you're talking about. Remember, Gronk started out blocking D-Law, and that was just a little smoke screen. He already knew he was coming off of it, so he played like he was blocking. D-Law was going in there, then he just pushed him off, and it was wide open. D-Law just kind of was already behind him. So I really don't know if you really called that a coverage play. That wasn't designed that way. Gronk just did a real good job of selling like he was run blocking or pass blocking. I'm sorry. He was pass blocking. He just did a real good job selling that, snatched off of him real quick, and then got in the end zone. So to be honest with you, I think any DN would have got food on that one. I know what play you're talking about, but I don't think that was a design type thing. He just got food by one or if not the greatest tight end to ever play the game. So that's just good. That's just good. That also is a play that's coming from a guy who played with a quarterback for God knows how many years. They just have a chemistry and know what to do because they played together so long. Gronk has done that very same thing in New England. Back when they were playing together in New England, of course. So that's just good chemistry. I ain't gonna blame D-Law like that on that part. I'm not. Just got fooled a little bit. Got in front of him, and that was it. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I got some things I can talk about, but I really would like to hear from you guys. If you want to call in, you can right now. I told you, I'm gonna let y'all run the show today. Shannon said 10-4. Okay. Yeah, I'm not coming against you. That's why I was saying I didn't see him drive back like that. I saw Neil pretty much on him, but at the same time, it could be, something that was going on. But at least on that specific play, that was just good play design and smarts by a guy who's played with a quarterback for a long period of time. And when you got that type of chemistry, you don't have to say anything. They just know what each other is going to do. That's why you saw the list. I believe they got 100 touchdowns together or something like that. I think they're only trailing Rice and Jerry Rice at Montana, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it Montana? Excuse me, or was it Young? Young and Rice. I don't know. It's one of the two. But they're only trailing them. That only happens when you don't play with somebody so long that you know what they're going to do even before they do it, because you just know what they're going to do. It was a smart play design. It's Rice and Young. Thank you, Gary. It was just a smart play design. That's exactly what it was. Just smart. And I don't think you probably, to be honest with you, let's do a ratio. Probably maybe 9 times out of 10 in that situation. Keep in mind, they was on the zero blitz on that play too, remember? So the middle was wide open. They was on the zero blitz on that play. So all it takes is one move and get behind somebody, you wide open. But probably 10 out of 10 in that coverage, zero blitz coverage, just about every tight end is going to win that match from that type of matchup. If you ran that play 10 times, you probably going to be open 10 times. Especially when, remember, like I just said, it was to block first or portray like you were blocking. Then you let them go and you wide open because everybody blitzed up the middle. So the middle is wide open. So it's just a good play call. I tip you hat to the offensive coordinator, tip you hat to Brady or whoever called it, and most of all, tip you hat to Gronk. Even if that was the play call, I don't know, because he knew that he was going to be the hot read. He knew that based off the coverage. So I mean, that's just. I mean, you can go back. That's just good film study. That's just playing with a guy for so long. I mean, D-Law didn't have a chance. In other words, not on that play. Not on that play. Not a chance in the world. Just good smart play. He could say that I think what makes Gronk so good is he's just a really big target. Yeah, great hands too. He's a big target. I know a whole bunch of big targets that are big but can't catch. Gronk is arguably what Shannon Sharp has said. And his name has some weight because he's in the Hall of Fame and he played the position. Shannon Sharp said that Gronkowski is the greatest tight end to ever play football. Now that came from Shannon Sharp. And that's over Tony Gonzalez, that's over Kellen Winslow, whoever their name you want to call out. He says that he's better than him. He said he's better than Gonzalez, better than Kellen Winslow, better than, of course, Jason Witten. And Shannon Sharp, who's an all-decade player, a Hall of Famer, an All-Pro, everything. Multiple-time Pro Bowl player. And y'all know how braggadocious Shannon is. But for Shannon to give it up and say, this is the guy, then that covers some, carries a lot of weight. So we talking about the greatest quarterback of all time and arguably the greatest tight end of all time. So you expect big time plays from those type guys. So I'm not surprised. What I am surprised, since we talking about Gronk, is he looks good. I'm talking about health wise. He looks fluid. He looks faster than he has in the last 3-4 years. And if you get a Gronk that can run, oh my God, we all know what kind of damage that is. He's a dominant football player. Always have been. So you just tip your hat to the offense coordinator on that. I appreciate that, bro. Shannon Jenkins. I don't know if you follow me, brother. If you're still here, why don't you follow my show there? Just click it and subscribe and follow and get the live notifications. And when I come on hang with me, man. Come on, hang with me. Let me talk about this, y'all. I told you, y'all run the show. Whoever want to call in with anything Cowboy related, you can call in at any time. I'm sitting here waiting on you. But if not, let me talk about this. Politics. I ain't even got to set it up. Let me just go on, skip over the field. Is Anthony Brown going to be sitting down this week? Or is politics going to ride again? There is no reason why he should be starting. There's no reason why he should be starting. Everybody want to talk about the snaps that LVE and Jalen Smith had in comparison to Michael Parsons and Keanu Neal. Listen, somebody should have been talking about the spots that Antonio Brown was on that field. Anthony Brown, I'm sorry. Anthony Brown should be sitting down. There's no way you can tell me. Somebody say, well, we don't want to put a rookie out there. He can't do no worse than what Anthony Brown did. So Nashawn Wright, Boss Man's not quite ready yet, but Nashawn Wright should be on the field. Or if not, put in Maurice Kennedy, please. So a lot of people think Kennedy should have been on the field in the first place. There was a lot of people said that coming out of training camp that Kennedy was the second best cornerback behind Diggs. And just in case you don't know, Kennedy had a dynamic preseason, off-season, and training camp. He had a dynamic. Picking out the ball nonstop. Making plays on the ball. And, exactly. He could say not at 9 or 10, a Ghost would have done just as good. Exactly. Is politics going to keep him in the game? Because, the Cowboys are notorious for that. It's kind of like what I've always said about Connor Williams. Connor Williams has gotten better and better every year. He has. But there were guys that were playing that were better than him and couldn't get on the field because they were loyal to their pick. Connor Williams was drafted in the second round. They just gonna make it work. We don't care if he's sorry, but we just gonna keep it in because we gonna make this thing work. If you remember Sula Fulo, if y'all remember him, Sula Fulo was better than Connor Williams. That's without a doubt. They wouldn't let him on the field because they believed in Connor Williams. Right now, Connor McGovern is better than Connor Williams, if you ask me. That's where, that could be maybe a debate. I don't know. But I think Connor McGovern, is much better than Connor Williams is right now. He's stronger. He's able to stand in. We didn't hear Ndamukong Suh's name at all. We didn't hear Suh's name too much. I think he got one good knockdown on that. We didn't hear Ndamukong Suh's name. That's because your boy Connor McGovern held him in check. For those that are on Podbean, if you're here, you can call in anytime if it's Cowboy related. You can call in and we can let you in and discuss it. I'm kind of freestyling today with you guys. For those who want to call in, again, it's on your screen if you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. It's there for you. All you gotta do is call in, and we're gonna crank this thing up for you. I just believe that we're supposed to put our best five on the field. Connor McGovern is one of our best five. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. There's no ifs, ands, or questions about it. Which leads, of course, to this week. If Zach Martin plays, we got to keep Connor McGovern on the field. He's shown that he can play. He shouldn't sit down. Which means, of course, there's a possibility that Zach Martin may have to move to tackle. And everybody knows that we've heard what they said about that. But I believe that we need to explore that option because Terrence Steele is not the answer. I hope that, I hope we're not entertaining that. All right, I got somebody coming in. Hold on, 919. Hello and welcome to the Big Time Show. Who is this? Hold on a second. Trying to make sure everything right. Hold on. Oh, well. They ended it. Whoever that called in, you didn't say nothing. So, called in and hung up. Okay. It is what it is. Let me see who this is. Whoever that was, called, hit me up again. Whoever that was, looked like I missed your call, actually. That's what it's saying. I'm sorry about that. I didn't press it too quick. Come on, call in again. Whoever that was that called in, you can do it again. I don't have no problem with it. He could say, I hope Quinn decides to limit Brown. It's really getting frustrating to see him getting work every week. Yeah, he shouldn't be starting. He should get. The way I look at it is, is that Andy Brown does have a place. Okay, there it is. Hello. Okay. Hello. I can't hear you, whoever you are. Talk to me. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. This is my fault. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hello. Whoever that was that called me, that was actually my fault. I know what the problem is now. Do me a favor, call in one more time. Call in one more time, whoever that is. Call in one more time. Whoever that was, that's my fault. Okay, but go back to E-Kush. Really getting frustrated. I believe that Brown has a place maybe on some nickel and dime packages. And since you know he gets destroyed, there it is. Let's see here.
Call from
Michael Evans.
Michael Evans.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
I got my guy here, Mr. Michael Evans, a long-time supporter of the show, and I can't think of a better person than to call in. Talk to me, Mike. Welcome to the Big Time Show. Come on, talk to me.
Hello, Mr. Douglas. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I don't really know where to start. Well, after what I saw on Thursday. Mm-hmm. Am I just a glutton for punishment? Do I keep hoping for Kellen Moore to do the right thing and keep getting kicked in the gut for it?
Yeah.
You've been saying all along. You've been saying that he's not gonna run the football. He's gonna throw the ball. I keep hoping to get home saying no. Kellen Moore's gonna do the right thing, and he does exactly what you say he's gonna do. And I don't know what they should do. Well, I do know what they should do. I'll try to get to that in a little moment. I'll try to get to that later. But again, Mr. Douglas, 14 rushes for Zeke. You're paying that man $90 million. You're going to give him the ball 14 times for 33 yards. He should be outraged.
Mike, you're actually wrong. Mike. He only got the ball 11 times for the game.
That's even worse.
We had 14 carries for the game, but Ezekiel Elliott only got the ball 11 times. So.
Oh my goodness! I mean, what should Zeke do? Should he march into Coach McCarthy's office and say, "Look, if this is where you're gonna use me, then trade me"? I don't think he'd do that because I think he loves this. He would want this team to succeed. But that's just an excitement on the disdain and the contempt Kellen Moore has for this team and this running game. I know you probably watched this team for a long time, maybe all your life. At least from what I've seen, the Cowboys have been built throughout its history to run the football and to play good, solid defense. What we saw Thursday night was a slap in the face to every great vaccine team has had, going back to Tony Dorsett, Emmitt Smith, and now Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah. Well, as far as what you said earlier, they're not going to trade him. That's a no way. But the other thing is that, I'm starting from the beginning. I'm saying, why are we expecting something out of Kellen Moore that's never been in him? It's not in him. That's not a part of his DNA when it comes to play calling. I mean, I don't know how many more years we got to see the same thing before everybody kind of acknowledge what it really is. And what it really is called reality. He does not run the football. He just don't. The thing that he did on Sunday, it's been on Thursday, and Mike McCarthy said it too. I just couldn't believe what I heard. They said we figured that we couldn't run it against these guys, and I'm saying, like, okay, why don't you try it first and then say that you can't run it? You can't say you can't run it if you ain't never tried. And when you tell me Ezekiel Elliott has 4 carries at halftime and Tony Pollard only had 1, all that tells me is that you didn't even try. That's what that tells me.
I was dumbfounded when I heard Coach McCarthy said that, in essence, he signed off on this. He signed up to the press and said, okay, well, we're not going to be able to run the football, so we're going to come out and throw the ball. Just like you said, how do you know that you didn't even try?
Yeah, you didn't even try. So I don't know. It's hard to say stuff like that when you're not even trying. Sorry about that, Podbean. I'm just now seeing that something was wrong on my end. I apologize for that. I don't know why, but we're here now and we're still good on there. E. Kush, I don't know if you're still watching the chat, but E. Kush just said that's why when we extended more, I thought to myself, what are we doing with Zeke then? We had a personnel for a run game, but not the coaching staff. See, Kellen Moore to me, Mike, Kellen Moore to me is really just unbelievable because you bought a line that is known for knocking guys backwards, and instead the whole game you have them pass blocking. It just don't make any sense to me. But like I told you guys before, and I don't want to go through it again because I hate repeating myself. When you look at Kellen Moore's history, what he's learned in the NFL, and who, most of all, who he learned from, it will explain part of the reason why he calls plays the way he does, because that's all he knows. We've drafted lately for the passing game. The problem is we just ain't caught up. Kellen Moore and Coach McCarthy, if you ask me, they've already kind of, moved us, to the area kind of saying like it's Dak's team. It's the fan base who's still holding on to 2016. It's the fan base that's saying Ezekiel Elliott is the one that stirs the drink. That day is over with now. It's just that the fan base don't want to say that. That's what the problem is, if you ask me.
Yeah. I think you're right, and I've even seen this coming even before Kellen Moore became offensive. We started calling more passing plays because this team was to be built on running the football. But Jason Garrett wanted to throw the football, and then when he became coach, they started throwing football more. They brought in Scott Linehan, and it just, they say the rest is history. This team was almost like a college team now. They're pretty much operating a wide open spread offense, and they're gonna just throw the football. They say, "Well, we got our wide receiver. We're gonna be able to beat you." Guess what I was seeing? We don't care about running the football. Chris Collins was saying on Thursday night. He said that Kellen Moore, he doesn't care who you have out there. He's gonna throw the football, and it's gonna get to the point where, just like you said, teams are gonna say, "Okay, you want to play like this? You're gonna just throw the football? Fine." That is gonna just invite the rush. That's gonna invite the pass rush even more.
Yeah.
Playing offense like this, in my opinion.
Well, you're absolutely correct. I believe you ain't good, bad, and ugly truth. I don't know what is going on with Podbean today. Y'all can't even hear me, can you? Can y'all hear me on Podbean? I guess not. Let me do that one more time. All right. All right. There it is. I don't know what's going on, Podbean, if you hear me. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, David. Thank you. Mike. Thank you for calling in, man. We'll do it again.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, what Mike was talking about, some may disagree with. But I 100% totally agree with what he said, and I'm looking at the comments that E. Cush is making right now also. Okay, I got you. Thank you. I don't know what's going on, but I got everything. Thank you, Good, Bad, and Ugly Truth, who's on here in this time. Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on, but I believe you guys can hear me now. I see my mic is working. E. Cush brings up the fact that he's really not. Mike McCarthy has never really ran the ball. If you can go all the way back, if you're old enough to remember, and you were really studying the game like this, you would know that Mike McCarthy in Green Bay pretty much ran a 4 wide receiver set in Green Bay. So the running game was really not prevalent. You can't really name the running back from Green Bay back when Rodgers won the Super Bowl. The game was put into his hands. So the truth of the matter is Mike McCarthy likes slinging the ball around also. Okay? So your head coach believes in throwing the ball. It's obvious that Kellen Moore believes in throwing the ball. So, why are we expecting a real power running run game with 2 guys at the head of the table, if you let me say that believe in throwing the rock, throwing it around? And I don't know how many. I see some of you saying it's frustrating, but it's not frustrating to me because I've been saying what this really is as far as Kellen Moore. So, in other words, this is what I'm saying. Again, what I've said before. We have so much talent on this team that the talent is going to have to outweigh the bad coaching or decisions that are being made. That's where we are. We're going to need guys to catch a 5-yard bubble screen and hopefully break it for 75. Get a screen pass and hopefully bust it for 40. Take a simple slant route or a 5 to 7 yard slant route and they break a tackle and go all the way with it, because we already know that in the red zone, we already know that Kellen Moore is horrible. That's factually proven. That's statistically proven. Last year, we were 30th in red zone efficiency. And I understand Dak wasn't there and all that kind of stuff, but you can even go back to 2019 when Kellen Moore's not good in the red zone. I know Dak wasn't there last year. I get that. I know the 3 linemen were hurt last year. I get it. But even when everybody was there, we were still not good in the red zone. All you got to do is look at the stats. It'll speak volumes. It is what it is. And as I said on yesterday, the big question mark for the last 2 years really has been, what's wrong with Ezekiel Elliott? Is Zeke still Zeke? And I'm still saying the same thing. You don't know what Zeke is. Ain't no sense saying he lost this. How you know when he don't get the ball? I mean, for real. How do you know he's not what he is if he's not getting the football? How can you make a proper judgment on it? Huh? I mean, thank you, good, bad, nigga. See, my people that been listening to me, they all in Podbean land. They're good, bad, hot rod, as I call him, Mr. Holman. He's saying the same. He said, I've been saying it. Y'all already know. I've been saying it. How you gonna say this man ain't got it if he ain't getting the ball? I mean, what is your and getting the ball between 10 and 16 times a game with the caliber of running back that Ezekiel Elliott is? That's not a fair judgment. That's really not. You can't say Ezekiel Elliott don't have it. We're not using him. What's up, Joe? Joe is calling he's in the show from Italy. I always appreciate you, Joe, popping in. Thank you so much for taking the time out. I know it's got to be in the middle of the morning over there, or close to it. But thanks, Joe. Thanks for popping in. But I'm skeptical about people. What's up, Conscious? The Conscious is in the house. Kevin Carr is on here. Conscious, are you? Hey, let me speak to the Conscious real quick. I told you I'm freestyling today. I'm just going completely cuckoo over here. Kevin, are you at the house, or are you somewhere where you can sit down? I need to bring you in here because I need somebody to calm me down just in case I'm seeing this wrong. And the Conscious always brings truth to a lot of stuff. I let him bring me down just in case I'm too crazy. What are you doing, Kevin? What are you doing? I'm gonna need to see if I can slide you in here. But anyway, it's unfair to judge Ezekiel Elliott. Kev, send me do me a favor. I'm looking at it right now. Do me a favor. Well, first of all, you want to 10:30 at night, Joe in Italy, man. I appreciate you, man. It's early then. You good so far. Kev, if you're here, do me a favor. If you want to come on, I want to bring you on. Cause I want to hear your perspective. Cause you make some sense. I'll listen to you. Yeah, inbox me your email if you want to come on. I told you I'm freestyling today, y'all. Y'all popping in here, you don't know. I may just say, E Kush, what you doing? I'm gonna look. Matter of fact, E Kush, inbox me now your email. I'm just bringing everybody in. We can have a round robin podcast show. I told you I'm freestyling today. Podbean, I'm sorry. You can call in though, Podbean. You can't get in on this. What I'm getting ready to do, about to pull off. If the guys want to come on, but you can call in. I'm gonna take your call too. That's all you gotta do. You can call in. We just venting today. That's what we doing. We venting today. I'm still irritated. I'm still very much not happy with Kellen Moore, and somebody needs to say something. I'm tired of Kellen Moore. Okay, I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. Let's see if one of y'all did it. Okay, y'all ain't did it, so y'all don't want to come on. Okay, I ain't got no problem with it. I'm tired of. I can't let y'all kill Ezekiel Elliott like that. I can't let y'all do that no more. It's totally unfair to judge him. You cannot judge him. You can't judge him. He ain't getting the ball. How you gonna judge him? He's not. Yeah. Gary said, I don't think that's the case, Bishop. What you talking about? Oh, okay, here we go. I got a witness. Okay, G. I see you, G. I think I done missed a Podbean again. Podbean. Yeah, you hear me. Talk to me, Podbean. There you go. Podbean. Give me something if you can hear me. Podbean, let me know before I bring Gary in. Loud and clear. I got you. Okay. Y'all forgive me. I don't know what my mic. I'm going to get another USB port. That's what the problem is. I'm propping it up now. Hopefully, we're good. G, I'm coming to you. E Kush. Oh, yeah. My brothers want to come on. He's finna get ignorant now. It's finna get ignorant. It's about to get crazy. Yes, sir. Hold on. Y'all be patient, but let me see here. G Atkinson 12. Okay. I'm about to do it now, gentlemen. Y'all hold tight. I tell you, I'm just freestyling today, y'all. Y'all, look. This is how the big time show runs. This is fun. This is how it runs. You may be on the show, you come in just want to talk, and you don't know. Most people want to let y'all talk. I don't know what y'all gonna say. I don't know if y'all gonna cuss me out. I don't know what y'all gonna do. But I'm gonna bring you on. Huh? This is how it go. Yeah. E Kush, I'm coming to you. Let me type it in. Let me look at your email again. Y'all be patient. I'm coming. Be patient. E Kush. And before they come on, if they're gonna come on, I'm proud to have guys who Y'all can hear me now. I know. I pressed something. That's the reason why. There it is. I just sent y'all guys the email. Uh, just look for your email. Click on that link, and you in. I'm thinking you can hear me now, Joe. I think you guys can hear me now. I think you can hear me now. I think you can hear me now. You can hear me now. You can hear me now. Gary, if you're still here, E-Kush, I sent it to you guys. You should have something in your email right now. Thank you, Joe. I'm going to bring my guys in and see how this works. G, if you still here, E-Kush, Gary, E-Kush, look in your emails right now. Just click on that, and it'll come to me, and we can roll. But until then, I'll just keep on talking. Good back another year weekend. Thank you. Listen, I'm sick of people bashing Ezekiel Elliott. Now, if you're gonna bash him, I guess everybody's pointing to the play where he couldn't shake the cornerback there when he was one-on-one. Well, number one, there, Gary. I see you, Gary. E-Kush, check your email, bro. E-Kush, check your email. Gary, I see. I got you, but I can't. I can't see you. I don't know if you're on or not. Can you hear me? If you can't, I can't hear you if you're saying something. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. There you go. There Gary is. Gary, you got a bad connection, but I see you. You're in a bad spot. You driving. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all see my, what's up? You see my brother, Gary in the house. I cannot hear you. I don't think the people can hear you. Wait a minute. Talk to me, Gary. Say something. Say something, Gary. Say something, Gary.
Hey, what's going on, Bishop?
Say something, brother. There you go. Yeah, I hear you. You good. Well, he jumped back off. Jump back on, Gary. We heard you for a second. E-Kush, where you at, man? This is just freestyle, y'all. Now, some of y'all may not like it, but I like it. You know, I'm not having a ball. But until Gary comes back or whatever, the play that where he didn't shake the guy. Let's just be honest. First of all, again, coaching. First of all, Blake Jarwin couldn't block the little guy that made the play because I don't know why we isolating Blake Jarwin not to block anybody in the first place. Everybody know he can't block. We've been knowing that, so why are you going to even put that out there like that? He could have even blocked a little cornerback. Now, you know, if you want to say Ezekiel still supposed to shook him or whatever, you know, it's debatable, but the play supposed to, it really wasn't supposed to be in a play. It's supposed to have been just about a walk-in touchdown. Said you can't share your camera, E-Kush. I don't know what that means. I guess it means you can't share your camera. You probably got something in your settings, E-Kush, that you probably gonna have to take care of. But again, if you can't pop in or the invite, Gary, if you're still here, you were good. You kind of left. I don't know if you're in a bad spot or whatever the case may be. But if you're there, you still can click on that link again and pop in at any time. I'm gonna let you in. E-Kush, if you want, you can call in. It's not a big issue. You keep going, doing what you're doing. Or E-Kush, since you're on Podbean, you can go to Podbean and use that call-in feature, and everybody will hear you through definitely on Podbean, and I think the speaker is loud enough where everybody can hear you on Facebook as well. So whichever one you want to do is fine. But Ezekiel Elliott should not be condemned by us until he has 28 carries for 50 yards, and then we can start talking about some stuff. Maybe. But as long as he getting the ball 10 times and 11 times, 13 times, we need to leave Ezekiel Elliott alone. We don't know because Kellen Moore won't give him the ball. He won't give him the ball. He won't. Now, I will say this. There Gary is. I see you, brother. Gary done popped in. That my brother is. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Welcome my brother Gary into the house. There he is. I'm going to spread it out a little bit more until some more people come in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gary Atkinson, who has been a member of this show previously before. Brilliant guy, knows the game. I don't know what he's going to say. I don't know how he's going to say it, but I trust him, and he got the mic. What you got to say, man?
I know the past, Kellen Moore, and how McCarthy runs his offense. I know he likes to run the 4 receiver set, but I really don't think that that's the case. I mean, we seen what happened, but I think that was more so because Tampa's run defense is so strong. And they knew they didn't have Zach Martin. Everybody knows Connor McGovern is great, but he's not Zach Martin. But I think it's going to be a game-by-game basis. I think they're going to do more, take what the defense gives them. And in Green Bay, I mean, McCarthy never really had no running back. You were saying that earlier. They never really had no big-name guys. So Zeke is a different monster than what he's ever had to work with. And I really think I think when the game plan calls for running the ball, I think we're going to run the ball. I think they just knew that their best chances of beating Tampa Bay was through the air. And really, they almost pulled it off.
See, that's why I love y'all. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't get alarmed. Don't go tagging nobody, say Brooks on here arguing with somebody. No, don't do that. This is just how we talk. This is how me and my brothers talk here. So you already know I got some pushback for you. Here's the pushback.
I expect it.
Here's the pushback here. We didn't even try. We didn't. I'm saying the first play, when you look at the plays that Zeke did get the ball, he got 4 yards on one play. He got 3 yards on another play. He got another 2 or 3 yards on the next play. That ain't bad. Come on now.
Yeah.
We ain't expecting him to bust 20 yards every time he touched the ball. And right after that, he gave up completely on running. Right. I mean, they didn't. I'm saying, how do we? I'm not betting against what you're saying, but how? Let me find out that we can't run the ball first before you completely give up on it. I mean, it was a complete give up on it, and so I don't know. As well as McGovern played, I didn't hear Sue name all night long. I didn't.
Right.
Now I heard Vita Vale name. I'll give you that. Who is this? Somebody, hold on, Gary. I'm gonna be fair on this.
Call from
West Coast Cowboy.
Oh my God.
Press 1.
Oh my God. Hey.
To send a voice.
Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary, hold on a second. West Coast Cowboys on here, so my guy is on here. West Coast, I need to bring you in live and in color instead of talking on the phone unless you just can't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is West Coast Cowboy. How you doing, man?
Shoot, I'm good, man. I'm up here watching my ticket is busted at the last moment. I switched Oregon with Ohio State. I don't know why I did it, but my ticket is busted. So I'm just up here watching this A&M game, and then I was watching your show, man. And man, you know, there's just so when you don't really watch the game and like you watch the game for your first time, everybody watches it as a spectator, right? So everybody, like even the players, when they're watching the game, Like when these guys watch the game on the sidelines and players, they're not getting the full totality of the game because you're only involved in what you're involved in. So even they have to go back and like watch the game afterwards and see, okay, what happened, understand what happened in the full totality of the game. And I think a lot of people are making a lot of assumptions. And if they just went and watched the game again for themselves, you would see that Tampa didn't really have 8-9 in the box all game. And the reason why is because if you're not running the ball, why would I commit an extra person in the box and you just threw 16 straight passes?
Exactly.
So this narrative that people are saying, oh, we couldn't run because they had 8 and 9 in the box, that's a flat out lie.
Exactly.
Like that was. Think about this. Does it even if you're a defensive coordinator? If you're a defensive coordinator and you see a team run Ezekiel Elliott 3 times in the first quarter, and then he doesn't get the ball again, and then the very next drive they take him out, why would you commit 8-9 box against Tony Pollard? It doesn't make any sense. That they were running straight up base coverage almost the whole game.
Yeah.
Because there was no reason. The only adjustment that Tampa Bay did is Tampa Bay dropped one of their linebackers and they brought in a third safety.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was the only thing. And then to be honest with you, when they did that, I thought Kellen Moore was going to be smart enough to be like, okay, they 100% committed to us passing. Now we run on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you do. But instead, Kellen Moore threw more passes. And that's why you saw in that second half, more back passes were becoming incomplete, and they were flat out getting hands on the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they switched to the dime. Like, I've never in my life seen an offensive coordinator who was not smart enough to run against the dime.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then my thing is this. This is the test I always tell. I'm giving you my show for Saturday because I usually don't do shows on Saturdays unless it's a game. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't necessarily do shows, but I do like 4 days of shows, and then I'll chill for a day, and then I'll get back on it. Cause man, I be doing 3 and 4 shows a day.
I know.
So I'll burn myself out. So this is my content I was gonna put out there to the world, but I'm gonna give it to you. I might go live later on, but I'm definitely gonna give it to you right now. If you see the defense comes out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you this: did the Dallas Cowboys defense did they look different from last year?
No question.
Okay, so then we can all agree that defenses can get better, and if they can get better, we all understand that there's always the yin and the yang. Defense can always get worse.
Mm-hmm.
We assumed so greatly that the Tampa Bay Bucs defense was going to be the exact same defense from last year.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even test them to see, because man, anything can happen in the offseason. Dude, listen, when you get that juice and then also you gotta remember like this. Oh gee, there was Corona last year. So it was easier to stop the run. You wanna know why? Because there was no minimum, there was no crowd.
Yeah.
So it's easy. That's why field goal percentages were so high last year. Why?
Yeah.
Because them dudes weren't like, bro, a kicker, you tell me a kicker's gonna make any kick if ain't no crowd in the stands. Like those sticks. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't even like we trusted Tampa Bay's ability to stop the run more than our ability to run the ball. That's what it flat out came down to. Yeah. And this was like, whenever people say the word systematic, from most of the time, they're using it wrong. Because when you say the word systematic, that means you have to have evidence of patterns.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. There was a systematic attack on the running game. Not even just on Zeke. Yeah. Not even just on Zeke, but you want to know why? Because if it was just on Zeke, why didn't Tony Pollard get some runs?
Definitely.
No, it was against the running game entirely.
Yeah.
And then if you didn't want to run with Tony Pollard, shoot, why you didn't give? I mean, we understand why Dak didn't run, but realistically, Dak is an athletic quarterback, so he's fine. Yeah. Why didn't he run?
Yeah.
It was a systematic attack. Someone made a conscious decision not to run the ball.
Exactly.
And when people say, oh, the run wasn't working, I encourage anybody. My inbox is always open, and people say I love to argue, but I really don't. I love pointing out facts. Yeah. But if anybody on the air is willing to send me a play for Thursday night's game where we ran a play and we got a negative yard, hey, man, I got to run the damn ball half for you.
Wow.
Because I knew for a fact, after watching the game, that the worst rushing attempt we got on Thursday was 1 yard.
Definitely.
Never ran a rushing play where he got negative yards. He had 4 plays in the first quarter. He had 4 plays in the first quarter. He got 4 yards. He got 1 yard. He got 4 yards. And he got 1 yard again. Those were all of these carry in the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me shut you down on that one. Let me get back to I got somebody on the other end. I love you to come in live in the color. I know what you just said about not doing the show, but I need to link you up in here too some type of way. Or we need to talk together and maybe you can school all of us and I'm gonna push back a little bit on something. I want to say this. West Coast, I'm gonna hang you up, man. I appreciate you. I got somebody hanging right. Thankful. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that is West Coast Cowboy, one of the greatest bloggers in the country right now for Cowboys. My brother on here, Gary. Gary, let me ask you this. This ain't never been brought out. Let me ask you this, Gary. Because West Coast, you done popped out on me, Gary. I think, yeah, there you go. Let me ask you this, Gary.
I'm back.
Talk to me about this. And let's explore this together because nobody's never said this. They were pretty much in the dime look because they figured they was passing. Let me ask you this. Because Ezekiel Elliott was beside him primarily for shotgun. Why didn't Dak audible? I mean,
that's a good question. That's a good question.
You see what I'm saying? If you got a favorable matchup with your offensive linemen, as well as they were blocking, and then they're in a dime, which means that you got more defensive backs out there. Even if you lined up like that, Ezekiel Elliott was lined up right beside Dak the whole time. Why didn't we see one time Dak check out of it into a running play? Because see, years ago, now if you remember now, Gary, if you remember, a couple years ago we were saying, there you go, Michael Evans. That's what I was about to say. We argued and said, does Dak have the chance or does he have the power to audible? And audible at the line. And I'm wondering, because there's no way in the world Dak Prescott could sit back there and then see that you got literal holes right there and you got Zeke back there. Why didn't you just run? If you can stand the shotgun, just run a dive play, run a trap, or run a whatever. I mean, he didn't do it. Whatever play was called, he ran it. And I understand that a lot of it was successful. I give Dak that. But to totally eliminate Ezekiel Elliott from the playbook as a whole, I just don't understand it, man. There's no, I said this earlier in the group, there is no game plan that should have Ezekiel Elliott only having 4 carries at halftime. I don't care who hurt on their side. I don't care what. This man has got to touch the football. And I don't understand it. Talk to me about that, Gary. I mean, I know I just hit you with that, but talk to me. I mean,
I agree with you. I don't see why Dak didn't audible. I really think he has the power to, because I've seen him do it before. But I let West Coast get his row out, man. I really wanted to say something, but I didn't want to turn into a back and forth. But honestly, I think the whole team thought that the game plan was better going pass heavy. I think they had more confidence in their ability to throw the ball against Tampa Bay than run. And I'm not sure that we think 100% about our tackles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they good to go, but I think there's still some, I guess, hesitation. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't want them firing off the ball too much because we don't have no backup tackle. The only backup I feel good in is McGovern. And so the rest of them are complete trash. And you
let
seen
me
how
ask you.
Vail was handling Connor Williams.
Oh, God, he
So they didn't
destroyed
want to
him.
let that happen all game. And if we
Yeah.
start running the ball more, they're going to be more aggressive on that side. Plus, they got 2 fast backers. I mean, we hit them around the outside a couple times, but even when they were in the dime, I don't think that we were fully confident that our offensive line could just move their defensive line. They front four.
That part, I agree with you. That probably it was going to turn into a more pass game anyway, because it's just how Kellen Moore is built. But
Yeah.
the only thing I'll ask you on that is, the only thing that I'll ask you on that is, what do you think is a safe number for pass heavy for that? I mean, on a game like today. I mean, I understand it worked out. He did get his, 400 yards. I get that, but there's no way in the world you can tell me that we supposed to have 58 pass attempts and only 14 rushing attempts. I mean, that's go ahead.
You dropped it in the chat the other day. You dropped in the chat the other day how many carries that I think Zeke should have and how many passing Dak should have. I mean, Kellen Moore's still young, man. I mean, he kind of figuring it out, and now they playing with the concept of take what the defense gives you, and he has to find the right balance. He didn't find the right balance because when you dropped that question, I said we should have a total of 20 to 25 rushing attempts. And Dak should throw for 35 passes. That's what I thought the right balance was. I would have mixed Pollard in there because he's a lot better at making people miss. And a lot of times when we ran the ball against them, they had a free man, and Zeke just couldn't make him miss. Like on the goal line, when what got us to the 4th and 3, when they ran the little option play with him and Dak, they came immediately for Dak. They didn't even give him the option or the illusion that they were going to take the back. They went right to him, so he had to pitch it immediately. If Zeke could have made that one guy miss, he would have gotten the end zone. I think Pollard could have done that. Zeke just not a miss type guy. He gonna run you over. You know what I'm saying? Even with him slimming down, getting quicker, he's still not shifty like that. They should have went with Pollard in that situation. Some team, when you got big, strong dudes, you need quicker backs. You know what I'm saying? Some guys that can make some people miss. You got to handle them up front, and you need to make people miss because they're good against the run, especially good run teams or good tacklers. Teams that are good against the run, they tackle well. So you have to make somebody miss. You have to be able to do that to be effective in the run game.
Yeah. I based on what you said, Kev Curry, I'm just not looking. If you're still here, you should look on your email right now. But E-Kush, you're in my private chat, E-Kush. I ain't never had a private chat going on. Nobody can see this. You're in now, you think? Let's see. E-Kush, you are in. I see you. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is. Mr. The one and only. E-Kush is in the house. Another one of my brothers are in the building. We all here. E-Kush, turn yourself down just a little. Turn yourself down just a little. Got the swear in. Let me say this, Gary, before I turn it to E-Kush. Let me say this. Kellen Moore, if that's the way, I think you said he figuring it out, and I agree with you 100%. And I think there lies the problem also. He's figuring stuff out, and he's going to end up, somebody's going to end up losing a job because of that. Now, he's going to get a job because Kellen Moore is going to be a head coach one day for somebody. He is. Right. And I'm saying he rightfully deserves a shot because his offense does move. We can't deny that. It does move. But the problem is, whether nobody want to admit it or not, with this talent level, Coach McCarthy is on the hot seat. He is. He's on the hot seat. If you can't, like, If we don't have a winning record or above average record, like if we 9-8, the folks gonna start asking for a job because it's too much talent on this team. And the reason why also I'm saying that as a head coach, you should have the liberty to kind of veto some stuff. I ain't never seen Coach McCarthy come after Kellen Moore and change up nothing. He just sit on the sideline and clap his hands in CEO mode the whole time. And I don't, and Kellen Moore just walk and does exactly what he want to do, however way he want to do it. And everybody knows some of this stuff shouldn't be happening. You could turn yourself down just a little bit more. Let me turn you down a little bit. Okay. Joe, before I get to eat Kush, talk to me, Joe. Talk to me, Gary. Am I wrong about that, or you feel like I'm kind of somewhat right?
No, you're not wrong at all. McCarthy should be on the hot seat. I mean, he got a pass last year because of COVID, but he's still responsible for Mike Nolan in that garbage. I mean, that was a major mistake. Another instance where he should have stepped in as the head coach and vetoed what was going on. He should have let Nolan know right there, hey, this 3-4 ain't happening. We don't have the personnel. Run the 4-3.
Yeah.
And I mean, he should do the same with Kellen. I really think that they think Kellen is a boy wonder, kind of a genius, you know what I'm saying? So they want to let him feel his way through. I'm not sure that's the right approach, or I'm not making no excuse for him, but that's just like the vibe I get from him. You know what I mean?
Gary, we ain't got time, Gary. We ain't got time to be playing. This window is closing.
I think he was far balanced. You know what I'm saying? The correct amount, but he's caught up into what's working, just sticks with it. He doesn't think to switch the game up. You know what I'm saying? He has to focus more on catching them off balance. Because like I said, they were in the dime. We might have hit them up the middle. They probably got pass rush happy. We could have hit them with draw play. You know what I'm saying? He's just, I don't know. I'm not sure if he's going to get anybody fired, but he might get his duties reduced. Yeah. And that might force him to look elsewhere as far as offensive job or something.
What you're saying makes sense, Gary, because I'm coming. But here's the thing that we got to understand. The Jones family look at Kellen Moore as if like it was when Jason Garrett was with Wade Phillips. And so they're not going to do anything to jeopardize him leaving. Do you see what I'm saying? They want him. I'll be honest with you. They just ain't said it yet. But please, let's not act like we'll be surprised if Kellen Moore is the next coach in waiting. And you know what I'm saying? That's what happened with Jason Garrett with Wade Phillips. You see what I'm saying? They just ain't going to come out and make that mistake again and say that. But E-Kush, you've been sitting there long with them, man. E-Kush is in the house, another one of my brothers, knowledgeable about the game. I don't know what he gonna say, but come on in, E. Let's roll.
There were plenty of good things to take away from that game. I don't think they're gonna make that mistake again. You know, to me, it was kind of like a boxing match. You know, you don't put the game in the ref's hands at the end of the day. I really didn't agree with not going for that touchdown at the end. But I'm the type of person that wants to throw the knockout punch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, it was playing safe.
Yeah.
That kick. So I knew it was going to come down to that. And I mean, we were talking in the group when it was going down, and I thought, man, 1:24, 1:25, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
And we've all seen Brady do more with less.
Yeah.
He's done it to us before.
Yeah, talk to me. Talk to me, because I don't know exactly. I think I know where you stand, but maybe you got a different. Like, tell me what you think about Kellen Moore.
Oh, okay. Well, I missed that part of the conversation while I was trying to work out my mic. Kellen. Well. I don't like him. It's hard to talk about him because I really don't think it's his fault. I think it's kind of our fault for putting him on the team, for extending him when we had the personnel to go a different way.
Yeah.
He's a throwing type of guy, which is fine. If we're going to be a throwing team, that's great. But it doesn't make sense to extend to sign Zeke to that big contract and then change our mind and go a different direction.
Okay.
It just didn't make sense. It seems like we are confused at times
I think
with what we want to do.
I think he's confused. I think that he's too cute. He's too finesse.
Definitely too cute.
He don't believe in power football. All his play calling. What's up, Gary Bryant? I see you popped in the house. I believe his play calling, it never has some type of physical element to it, if that's what I want to say. It always have this cute, cute stuff that ain't gonna get you nowhere. Bubble screens, stuff like that. They don't believe in power running the football from the goal line. He was spreading people out. I don't get it.
This got a lot of.
You know what it's almost like to me? It's like when he doesn't know what to do, he reverts back to college.
Yeah.
That's where that cute stuff comes from.
Yeah.
A lot of that screen game, though, if you look, the screen game that comes from Mike McCarthy. He's always liked to run screens with their receivers. You can look back to his Green Bay days, but I think we have the personnel to do whatever we want. I mean, so when Romo was here, we had the personnel to ground and pound. You know what I'm saying? But now that line is older. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of injuries on that line. They can still block. They're still good. And now we have 3 wide receivers that are beasts. You know what I'm saying? So we have the personnel to air it out or run the ball to. I just think they have to find the correct balance. Because even when it's a pass-heavy game, have less than 20 rushing attempts. You know what I mean? That's the balance that I think they need to find. I mean, Kellen Moore, he's creative. He has nice plays. He has to focus on being better in the red zone and finding his balance. Because I'm all for if the game plan calls to attack the weakness in the run game, if we pound it 30-35 times. But I'm also all for if it requires us to pass the ball more, that Dak throw it 30-35 times.
52 throws.
The issue was the balance. The balance was the issue.
How many throws did he have? 52?
58.
58. Well, 58 throws and 11 rushes ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We know
we
that.
had 4 carries. We should have had at least 20 to 25. That's the better balance. That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying
we would have did.
But what I'm saying is this, Gary. When you know what you have, there's just something that you just ought to know what's supposed to happen. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I got a $90 million running back. I got an all-pro running back there. A guy that has led this league in rushing twice. I shouldn't have to be telling you to give you this man the ball more than 4 times at halftime. That's just something I should have to tell you. You should know that. You see what I'm saying? Right. And instead of knowing that, it's like it's totally backwards. And you're not utilizing this man. And so a lot of people are charging Ezekiel Elliott for something that he can't even control because he is not getting the football. It ain't just started now. It's been going on.
Well, my biggest complaint. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Gary.
I don't necessarily think that they are against the run. I think they just see the evolution of the running back. Zeke is more of an old school type back. One cut, hit it, and I'm gone. But now they seeing all these guys that can make people miss and still have a little power in their run game. And I think that's why we saw Pollard earlier, and I don't know why we didn't see him a lot more late. You know what I'm saying? They should have kept that blend in that mix. I'm not for Zeke carrying the ball 20, 25 times a game. I really don't want him to. We paid him too much to make him, you know what I'm saying, to run him out like we did DeMarco Murray. You know what I'm saying? To just bury him. We paid him too much for that. I want him to stick around. But I do want us to run the ball that many times a game.
Well,
so I want to see Pollard add a little more juice to it. He a home run.
I'm in total agreement with you 100% on not giving him 25 because Pollard has earned the right to at least carry the ball 5-6 times a game and let that equal up to it. I heard somebody say this, and I'm not putting any merit. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to put any merit on this. Yeah. Somebody put down in another chat, not our chat group, but in a chat group that I'm in, and said, it's a 17-game series. 17-game season. And what we're trying to do, it didn't make any sense, but I'm just going to put it out there. We're going to run the ball heavily when it get cold outside. And I'm saying, like, no, we not. Because Kellen Moore still threw the ball 50-some odd times in the cold. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what you say. Ezekiel Elliott does not get the ball in the heat. He don't get the ball in the cold. I just don't understand how you can formulate a game plan with this type of running back and only have him, carrying the ball like he in the preseason. He getting preseason carries. 3-4 carries. And come on, man. This is ridiculous. Now, here's the funny part, y'all, why I got y'all on here. The funny part is going to be this. He's going to get the ball against the Chargers next week. He is. I believe he's going to get the ball next week. And he should because, in fairness to what Gary said earlier, it's a different type defense. It's a different type defense. I expect him to get the ball more than 11 times this game. But I'm still saying this. I'm still saying Dak gonna throw the ball over 40 times. And I'm not knocking it. It may sound like I am, but I'm not knocking it because if we're gonna be realistic and we're gonna really tell the truth, this team is not Ezekiel Elliott's team anymore. It does not run through him.
Right.
It runs through Dak Prescott and those 3 receivers. Well, it's really 2 now because we know Gallup gone. Speaking of which, since I just said that, because I ain't brought this up, I was going to say this for Tuesday. What's y'all starting receivers on for the Chargers? Give me your top. Give me your 3. Come on, Gary. I'm going to see it. I know what I'm going to say.
Our starters against the Chargers?
The receivers.
Our starters against the Chargers?
3 receivers.
Coop, CD, and Wilson.
Okay. Well, you gonna move? Are you gonna move CD? Are you gonna move CD to the outside?
Yes.
Okay. You think Wilson can do damage? You think Wilson can do damage inside?
Yeah. Well, that's really where he's played the most and where he's been the most effective. When they do sub him in, he usually comes in and plays in the slot. Even when Gallup got hurt, he came and played the slot. They moved CD outside. But if they're not, I expect him to take most of his snaps on the outside. I might see him, put CD in the slot a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I think CJ gonna take most of his snaps from the slot. CD will be outside.
Who your 3?
Same. CeeDee Lamb. Gallup's hurt, but I'd like to see Pollard in the slot a little bit too.
Interesting.
It's not a bad idea.
Interesting. There ain't nobody wrong here.
When they had those injuries in training camp, remember? They put Pollard out there. That's not a bad idea.
And nobody's seen that.
I like it.
Nobody's seen that look yet.
Okay, I like that. Those that are in the chat line, we know that Michael Gallup will not play on this Sunday. He'll be gone for the next 3 to 5 weeks, according to the report. Who are your top 3? Podbean, also, give me your top 3 receivers because we run a lot of 3 wide receiver set. Who are your 3 receivers? I'll go ahead and tell you mine. It's gonna mess y'all up. Here's my top 3. I want CD in the slot because nobody can can do anything with him in the slot. He's most dangerous as of right now there. We haven't seen him outside yet, okay? So here's what I'm saying, Gary. I want Cooper
Brown on the outside.
There you go. Give me Noah Brown outside and leave CD in the slot. And Noah Brown, not only is he's physical, he's probably a little bit more physical than Gallup was. He's not as fast as Gallup. But Lord have mercy, can he catch possession receivers? And watch this, he can block. So if we're talking about running the ball, which I believe we're going to do this week, I believe Noah Brown is a perfect fit, and you keep CD in that slot and let him destroy like he did Thursday. Let him destroy people. Noah Brown is dependable. When he's healthy, he's good, if you ask me. I'm not saying he's better than Gallup is, but I'm saying he ain't too far off.
He had a better camp than Wilson this year.
Yeah.
He had a better camp.
See, Cedric Wilson can get you in the slot, but he is not as potent as CD is. Well, and I don't think Cedric can play outside either. Definitely. So I'm saying you're right, Gary. If Cedric is to play, he would be in the slot. I just think that we've caused more problems with CD in the slot, and then let Brown or go out there and get it done from the outside. That's what I would love to see that. But I ain't got no problem with CD going out there because, I mean, if you put CD out there, what you gonna do? Who you gonna double? Cooper or Lamb? Because one safety, you ain't gonna put a too high safety look. Because if you do too high safety look and cover both of them over the top, then we should be running the ball all day long.
Yeah,
if that be the case.
Yep.
But if you're gonna double. Yeah, if you're going to double up either one of them is going to get one-on-one coverage. So there's no real wrong answer there. It does put pressure on your defensive coordinator to pick and choose what poison he want to drink. I give you that. But I just think it'll be more dangerous.
That sounds good. I'd like to see a combination of both, actually, where you can still have CD in the slot and put what's his name, Brown on the outside, then bring Wilson in, put him in the slot. What E. Kush said, put Pollard in the slot. Even better, put Pollard and Zeke both in the backfield. Then motion Pollard out to the slot, so you can get it matched up on the linebacker.
That's your four receiver look. That's your four receiver look. And you take Jarwin out the game or Schultz, whoever. You put Pollard in the backfield. You motion them out. You're absolutely right. Put them in the slot. E. Kush, that's brilliant. That's why you're on this show. That's why I like it. Gary, you're brilliant. I told y'all I got brothers who know what they're talking about, y'all. When I put somebody on here, y'all please understand. They know what they're talking about. That's how you put pressure on the defense. But check this out. I hate to put a pin in the balloon. How long have we been begging for Pollard and Zeke Elliott to be in the backfield at the same time?
Since the beginning.
I mean, come on, man. Yeah. Come on.
I saw it some in training camp. That's why I'm kind of optimistic. I saw him do it, but
he did it Thursday on one player. He did it Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a problem with Lamb. I got a problem with Lamb making circus catches at camp and dropping simple catches during the game.
Well, one thing about it, we can't argue. Yeah, we can't argue with what game day says. He's made a lot of drops. Last year, this year, well, I mean it's only one game, but he had a couple drops, and one of them really cost us. As tight a coverage or window that was, Dak put that ball right there, and he did.
He could get it.
He should have caught that. He should have snagged that down and pulled it in. And that's what's going to carry him to greatness. Yeah, that ball was right there. So
hit him in both hands.
Yeah, but like I just said before, and everybody agreeing with you, Eagles, on the chat. I don't know if you can see the chat while we talking, Eagles? Can y'all see the chat? Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. But anyway, a lot of people are agreeing with E. Kush and you, Gary, on there. Here's the thing. If we're calling stuff that can be done, But for some reason, it just don't reach Kellen Moore's brain. I just don't understand it. That far wide. I mean, I didn't even think that far. But when he could say it about Pollard, and then Gary come out and say line him up, and then motion him out.
Yeah.
Leave Ezekiel there, or motion Ezekiel out because he can catch the ball too. Pick your choice.
That way you guarantee one of them get matched up against the linebacker and not a safety or a slot corner.
Yeah, and Pollard will eat anybody alive. Yeah,
that's an advantage.
He's a match. And I don't know, why don't he, why don't he see this? I just don't get it. You got a car, you got the keys, but you ain't cranking it up. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it.
You think they're holding back? You think they're holding back for right now? Holding back really doesn't help you though. I don't know.
No, they shouldn't.
No.
You shouldn't hold it back. I mean, show what you have. Just grow every week. If you show some things, some tricks you had up your bag for 4 or 5 weeks down the line, then grow, expand off of what you showed. Give different looks. That's what helps you to get favorable matchups and to win those matchups. When you can line up, look, we seen Sean McVay do it with the Rams for years now. Every play looks the exact same, line up in the same formation, but they do so much different stuff and attack you in so many different ways out of that formation that it shouldn't be a problem to show the formations or show creativity that we have or that we already have schemed up. It shouldn't be a hesitation. We should just look to expand on everything, expand on it every month. Look, we line up and pass the ball in this form 90% of the time. We need to learn how to run very effectively out of that same formation because teams are going to look at the film how we look at it, look at our tendencies. We line up like this, we pass. We line up like that and hit them with the run, they're not going to expect it. You always got to get them with the unexpected. It's the punch you don't see coming that hurts the most.
Yeah. Do you think there's ever going to come a time when McCarthy takes the keys from Moore?
No,
I don't see that either.
Jerry Jones, to be honest with you, they'll never admit it. But how you gonna tell a coach when he's first hired that you got it? You the head coach, you the CEO, you can hire anybody, but don't touch Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore stays. You don't. That he's a golden child. Jerry has him protected, even if Mike McCarthy wanted to call plays, which is his best attribute. That's Mike McCarthy's best attribute was a play call. And he doesn't even get a chance to give out his best attribute because the Jones family had already dictated and said, look, you can have Mike Nolan, you can hire all your defensive back coaches, special team coaches, you can hire everybody you want except your offensive coordinator. That he was forced on. Now what we hear from McCarthy, I love Kellen Moore. I think he's great, and I think you ain't got no choice but to say it now. See what I'm saying? You ain't got no choice but to say it because he was forced on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm quite sure.
I believe that about as much as I believe him saying he watched every offensive snap of the season when he was off that year.
Exactly. Gentlemen, I got a question on Podbean. Look, I just done adopted y'all. Y'all the co-hosts for today, so y'all can't go nowhere unless y'all tell me y'all got to. Y'all the co-hosts. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. Text on Podbean says he's talking about Anthony Brown and he should go. I think we all agree that Anthony Brown is horrible.
We were beating the hell out of that dead horse.
Yeah, we know. But here's the question, or his suggestion. He says that Maurice Kennedy should be our second corner.
Yes.
You say yes?
Yeah, I see that.
No, Gary. I ain't letting you get away with that one, Gary. No, sir. We ain't talking about what you can see. We talking about who you think ought to be the second corner. Forget what you see. I want to know who, because I don't agree. I'm gonna put that out there. I heard what Canada did in training camp. I get it. I like it. I want Nation to get it. That's me.
Nation.
And the only reason why I'm saying Nation is because Boss Man is hurt. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. Now, if Boss Man was healthy, I'd be crying out for Boss Man. But since he's hurt, I don't want Canada to get it. I want Nation.
A ghost would be improvement at this point. 9 for 10 for 179 yards. Getting burned like that.
Ridiculous.
Man,
we can't have that.
Yeah, it is Gary. Hey, Wendy, that's Gary, and I got my brother Gary on here, and E. Kush have joined in. This was not playing, Wendy. For those that are coming in and peeping in, I just say this is a freestyle podcast today. We just vibing out, and I sent them a link, and they just joined in. They've been hanging with me ever since. I sent out one to my brother Kevin Curry. I don't know if but he ain't done it. I'm sending it out to everybody. Look, this is a family. This is the family show. Yeah, I'm paying the bill, but I've always told you guys, this is our podcast. This is our show. And what you're seeing is just an example of it now. But let me go back to Nation. I'll tell you why I say Nation. One thing that Dan Quinn made a mistake of, y'all. Now, this ain't been talked about a lot either. Why did we play so much man-to-man? Now, that's a lot of confidence. You see what I'm saying? That was Mike Evans. That was Antonio Brown. That was Goodwin. That was Grunt. And there was a lot of man-to-man coverage being played. I don't know if that was,
What was the point to show them no respect? I mean, that's the only point I could see.
Well, to be honest with you, if you're going to go by their best attribute, Diggs is a better man coverage cornerback than a zone cornerback. And the book out on Anthony Brown was that he's better man to man. I know he got destroyed, but in zone, that's where he was getting destroyed also. So, and then of course Jordan Lewis, obviously, is better at man to man. You see what I'm saying?
You can't be worse at any position than he is worse in any coverage, and as he is in zone.
Let's carry it a step further. Well, hold on. Let's carry it a step further before you go. Keanu O'Neal has the reputation of being a better man person than a playing zone. So when you look across the board, even with Parsons in, I think Parsons is better coverage wise there, which we're yet really to see that yet because he really ain't got tested. So I believe he just believed in the book, but we also know that Dan Quinn is primarily a cover 3 guy. Okay, so I believe that if Nation is there, Nation would be a tremendous cover 3 cornerback.
Agreed.
And he's a rookie, and I think that he can start leaning back on to what he has done. And I believe that this week we're gonna see Malik Hooker in. This week, at least some more plays, definitely. But I didn't like the man-to-man because, especially with Anthony Brown getting cooked, some adjustments should have been made. Like at least give him a safety over the top. But that's all Brown was doing. He was killing us over the top, and I didn't understand that.
Man-to-man only works good if everyone can see.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I think they had personnel the next
going in and out on me.
Not what I've been saying before. I wanted to be Diggs, Boss Man, and Kitty. Since before the season started, that's what I wanted. I wanted to see Diggs, Boss Man, and Canada. Those the starters I wanted. And I think with the going
what you
man,
want,
I think that
what you
wrong,
want, I'm sorry.
You wrong anytime when you put. Can you hear me?
I want to see Boss Man. I want to see these rookies because we already know what the Browns got, and man-to-man only works if everybody's playing along, if everybody could do it. But if not, everybody can't do it. If everybody can't do it, then you have a leak.
Yeah.
And they're just going to pick on him.
They're rookies, they're going to get burnt. But what I'm saying is
the wrong personality.
That's fine.
What I'm saying is that Nashawn Wright can't do no worse than what Anthony Brown did.
No.
So
No.
Put him in.
No.
There ain't much difference. You're going to put him in.
I think they put him in man because they didn't want to let Brady confuse them and fool their eyes. Because Brady is a magician back there. He know all the tricks of the trade. And if you're looking at him, he'll make you look stupid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He will.
I think that was part of the game plan, but they just put the wrong dude in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Brown, I've been saying for years, Brown should be special teams only.
Yeah. I just don't. I agree with you. Brady is saying every zone that it is, that's where he made his living destroying people like that. But when you start getting people, however, to destroy you, people getting behind you like that, you got to change it up a little bit. But it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. That's really all you had to do, to be honest with you. But he didn't do it. So y'all want Kennedy. I need y'all in the chat box. Talk to me real quick. Do y'all agree with my brother?
To tell you the truth, I want to see anybody but Brown.
Huh?
Right.
I just want to see anybody but Brown. I've seen him. I know what he can do.
That's why I said I can see that. But honestly,
I've seen too much of him
on the outside. I'd like to see Kennedy in the slots. Kennedy is those are my three starters. As much as I love Jordan Lewis, I would even like to see Jordan Lewis on the outside instead of.
I've been begging for that, man. I've been begging for that. They ain't gonna happen.
No.
My three starters I would want to see Bossman, Kennedy, and Diggs on the other side.
Gary
Brown. Garrett Brown. We said I'd rather see Bobby Brown, not Henry Brown. It's my prerogative. You understand? So I wouldn't mind. He said put Donovan Wilson and Anthony Brown's place. He never played corner, Joe. When he was at Texas A&M, he played safety. So we don't want to be experimenting with a guy, even though Donovan is a dog, but you put him in the wrong place, he can't bite. So we don't want to put Donovan Wilson in that corner. He's never played it before. So we don't want to do that. He got the dog of a corner, but he's not that. I personally want to see Nashawn, but I get what y'all saying about Kennedy. He's a veteran. Hello. Oh my good. Who is that?
It's my dog.
I see that. What's it? Oh, he happy too. Yeah, he's saying, man, stop talking. Come give me a hug. That's what he's saying. But I get it, y'all. I like Kennedy. I do like him. I just want to, if the rookies are at the same level as your starters, you're trying to put the young guys in. That's the way I look. Oh Lord, because you got the women throwing hearts and Wendy not even listen to the show no more. Wendy saying, oh yeah, because you might well go and leave, man. That big joke ain't gonna let you play no more, man. It's all you done for the day. Joe, appreciate you. There it is. But listen, I've been on for a little while. I'll be with you guys. Let me see. Tex says, be honest, anybody out there except AB.
Right.
It's just anybody. I think that's where we all at, though, to be honest with you. Anybody.
Bishop, we gonna get you a jersey. We know you play linebacker, but you'll be better out there than Brown in coverage.
I'm not, and it's another thing. It's bad. Check this out. When you know you bad, when you line up off the person, you ain't running press coverage. You line up off of it, and he still get behind you like that. That's ridiculous. I mean, come on, man. That's ridiculous. That is. I mean, Anthony Brown was lined up at least 7 yards off of it, and on that play. And Antonio Brown had 4-yard separation on him. I'm like, dude, are you running a 4.840 now or what? I mean, I don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
Like that when they were saying he was the fastest player on the team. Dude is just historically bad. And it's been like that for years, and I don't see why nobody sees it. I mean, in most cases, you have to prove yourself every year. This dude had 1 year where he was good and has been garbage ever since, and they never took him out of the starting lineup.
It's hard.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's I don't see what they see in the guy. I'm not understanding it.
Yeah. I get a feeling that we're going to be better this week. We were good this week, though. I just think that we're going to like the Chargers. Justin Herbert is not Kellen Moore. He drops back, 5-7 step drop. That means our pass rush is going to get there this week. It's not, he might line up in shotgun like Brady, but he's really a drop back type passer. So we'll get a chance to pop him a few times. I just think that that offensively, it all depends on what we do with Bosa. If Bosa is contained, we should do well. Now they do got a dominant guy in the secondary, and Derwin James, who can change the game. Yeah, he changed the game. Ain't no doubt about that. And they got Asante Samuel Jr., who is a rookie who in himself. We need to take advantage of him. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. He's a rookie.
That's what teams do to us.
That's what do team rookies. That's what do to us. We need to go at him and man, fight. He ain't no Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Let's go at him. It's not. We're not gonna see that type of packaging like we saw with Tampa Bay. Maybe until we play Kansas City. I believe that's the next biggest one. No, we play Kansas City this year.
No, I think so. Week 11. Week 11, and
that's the next time
we play
see
in Kansas City.
That'll be the next time we'll see what we saw Thursday night. That type of packaging. Other than that, we it's not gonna be as dangerous. I mean, Tampa had dogs everywhere. I see Keenan Allen. Gary said Keenan Allen is a dog, but you already know what they're gonna do with him.
Right?
They're gonna put digs on him.
They're gonna put digs on him.
And if he whoop digs like that, then we just tip our hat to him. And I know Keenan Allen can get him. No doubt about that. But Diggs handled his business. Yes, sir.
He handled his business against
Mike Evans didn't, maybe because Brady saw with the covers rolling. But we hear enough from Mike Evans for the rest of the game after the first and second quarter.
Godwin either.
Yeah, Diggs did a good job. So Keenan Allen will have to see Diggs. And I don't know that second receiver. I forgot I think it's Williams, I believe. But I'm gonna check it out. I really ain't saw. Yeah, I think it's Mike. I ain't really done really studied the Chargers yet. I'm gonna get on that. Probably start tomorrow.
I believe after this week's game, we can beat Kansas City.
Well, we're better. We're better.
I think we can beat any team.
We beat any team.
I do too.
I feel really good about
as much as Mahomes love to hold the ball, that just lets our pass rush get in because he gonna he gonna try to make a play. He's not like Brady. Brady getting rid of the ball. We won't see a quarterback like that. Maybe some kind of way we end up playing Aaron Rodgers. Maybe those type of guys get rid of the ball. No, we don't play the Packers this year, thank God.
I don't think so.
No, we're not playing the Packers this year. But we ain't going to see a quarterback to get rid of the ball like that. Not like that. Probably the rest of this year. Everybody else kind of padded and 5-step drop from under center, 7-step drop. They give pass rushes there. Brady just a different
maybe that's why we didn't see the rookies Thursday night because they didn't want to break him out against Brady.
It's true. Mike Evans is the number 2 receiver. You're right, Gary. I think I called it right.
That's a good way to destroy somebody's confidence.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good way to destroy a defensive back. Going against Brady, your first NFL game, it's not a good situation. It's really a lose-lose because he see rookies out there, he going after them.
Yep.
Matter of fact, he said that.
Yeah, he did say it.
Yeah, he
Exactly.
He
did.
said that.
Yeah. All
He
right,
did too.
guys. Podbean only allows me 2 hours, and I can go all day on this restream. But in fairness to everybody, I'm going to shut it down now. Listen, this was a spur of the moment type podcast, freestyle. My brothers joined in with me, dropped fire into the conversation. The chat box was lit up. You guys ready, brother Joe in Italy? I believe by now it's got to be at least 11 o'clock in Italy. Joe, I appreciate you, man, for hanging with us. You part of the family too. Those that are on Podbean, I appreciate you hanging with me for this long text. As always, appreciate your input. I'm gonna have to get you in. Hey, Tex, you got that call in number. You came in late, but the next time, call in to the show. I'll let you talk too. That call in on your Podbean thing. All you gotta do is hit that and move it in. This show would not be what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I've been trying to tell y'all. I can do it by myself, but Lord have mercy, it is so much better and fun when I got my brothers and sisters who show up and add and give things that I haven't seen, things that they bring to the table. This is truly our podcast. I'm gonna pay the bill, but this is our podcast. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate them so much, and this won't be the last time. I see a lot of people in the chat book saying great show and great show, guys, and all that. It was just spur of the moment. Thank you, Donald. Hey, y'all gonna say thank you. They cheer y'all on. They know me. They cheer y'all on. Oh, somebody just gave it a show. Mike said I need to call it Freestyle Saturday. Who knows, Mike? I might need to do that. Mike Evans called in on my. I haven't used the chat line once before. So everything is wide open. The Podbean line is wide open. My little call-in line is wide open. I sent video guests, as you can see. My brothers are here, and so who knows? We might need to start doing this Freestyle Saturday. We'll just use this as a venting station after each week, and then when the game on Tuesday, when I come at 7, we'll start going ahead and get ready for the next game. Because after today, I'm through with Tampa Bay. It's on to the Chargers now. We done cried, we done talked, we done it all.
Best to have a short memory.
Short memory. Hey, it's Tampa Bay. It's the Chargers time now. So we got to go ahead and get ready for them. Until then, everybody, look, y'all know what time it is. I hope
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, ain't got no problem. Love y'all guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, every time you have me on, man, I appreciate it, man. Love being here.
Yes,
love
sir.
The people, man. Y'all, thank y'all for supporting us.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Appreciate
love
you,
everybody.
Man. Appreciate you. I'm gonna get y'all out of here. Thank y'all for joining in.
Yep.
All right. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Joe, again, thank you for all the way from Italy. Tex, it's on. It's right. It's time for us to beat up the Chargers now. Let me close out the show by saying this real quick. Listen, if you want to become a contributor of the show, there it is right there on your screen. I need you to copy and paste that or whatever to just put that in your browser. Go to that, make a decision on the supporting the show. If you want to do that, I would appreciate it. If not, thank you for your ear. Some people have asked me also about my Cash App. There it is. It's very simple. Those on Podbean. It is very simple. I'm coming to you in just a minute. If you want to do the Cash App, it's $ the Big Time Show. $, and I'm gonna type it in. I got a little time to do that. $ the Big Time Show. That is the Cash App. If you're on Podbean, however, you should see a button there that should say also become a patron. All you have to do is click that button, read those instructions, make a decision on to do that, and I would appreciate it. Like that. Don't worry about it. My brother Kevin just hit me up. He was busy doing something else. Kev, it's all good. We're gonna get you on here. know, you might be on next show. That's just how it rolls. This was fun for me. This little freestyle Saturday. I enjoyed talking to you guys. What else? I'll see you guys on Tuesday at 7:30, maybe. As you know, my son plays football now. He has practice on Thursdays, and I can't really get back here at 7 o'clock on the dot. That's the reason why things have changed. My son's first football game was today. I have to tell y'all about that on Tuesday because I'm running out of time. Let me just say he had an outstanding day for his very first football game ever at 7 years old. Flag football, of course, starting off. He had a tremendous game. If y'all follow me, go look at my page, personal page, you'll see what he did. Go look at my personal page, go see what he did. I appreciate it. Listen, if you're on YouTube, I need everybody to go to the YouTube page and just follow and subscribe to it. It's the Big Time Show channel. Big Time Show channel. If you haven't subscribed to that, I would appreciate it if you did. All right. I'm out of here. This has been fun. I really appreciate that. Appreciate this. So we're going to holler at you on Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, you know how we close. You might as well go ahead and do it. Let's just go. I ain't got to tell y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together now. Just act like you hear. Act like you hear the music. Oh, it's coming. But just act like you hear. I'm gone. This is, yes, sir, the Big Time Show.